Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This is a Back Scratcher. And this is a metal hammer for the AR. So, guess what they were showing on the TV? The running of the bulls.
The bulls are mad.
Yeah. As my minuscule number of regular viewers know, I'm Spanish. I'm from Spain. And I will say this about... What?
You're not going to go chase a bull.
Well, my wife said I'm not going to go chase a bull. I will say this. The running in Pamplona, they actually do, or at least we used to do a running elsewhere too. It wasn't just in Pamplona. There was this time where it was getting ready for bullfighting season, and the bulls would run from one point to another. I don't know if they still do that, but my wife won't let me run with the bulls.
I need you.
She says she needs me. Thank you, sweetie. I need you too.
Well, unless you want to go catch a bull for having turned him into a steak dinner.
The thing is, being Spanish, it's like...
We have a lot of ground beef.
Yeah, we would. It'd last us a while. It's like, you grow up with everybody is supposed to do this. I don't know culturally if there's an... I guess, in the United States it would be getting your driver's license. Turning 18 so you can go out and drink, although I think it's 21 now. Every culture has their something. What?
Rite of passage.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Every culture, my wife just said, it has their rite of passage, and I'm sorry, I've never been able to run with bulls, and
I don't think getting chased by a bull is a good idea.
It's true, it's not. But see, I want to do that. I won't do it because my wife won't let me, or even if she would let me, because she prefers I not do it, I won't do it.
I don't think you could run fast enough to outrun the bull either.
That's true. If you ever saw me try to run, I can't run anymore.
And bulls have bad attitudes.
Yeah. And, one of my favorite stories growing up, I don't remember the name of it, it's about a bull. And, my favorite stories have to be Spanish, don't they? Even though I've actually not read Don Quixote, this was given to my dad. It's a leather-bound edition of Don Quixote. It's not in the best shape now, but I thought I lost it in the fire. It was at my mother's house, thankfully. But, some of my favorite stories have to be Spanish, don't they? And one of my favorite stories as a kid, even as a kid I like Don Quixote. It's just as a kid, you don't get that long of a book. You get, a few pages. It's about this bull. He was it Ferdinand?
I think I've heard something about Ferdinand the bull.
He was this really nice bull. He liked to lay under the shade of the oak tree. For those who don't know, cork comes from the cork oak. Now I'm going to start getting into what we have in Spain. We have the olive trees. As you drive in and out of my hometown, they harvest sea salt right there. And I can't find any. I want to buy some sea salt from my hometown. And even if I could, it probably would...
You just don't make enough to sell it overseas.
That's true. So anyway, Ferdinand the bull, he liked to sit in the flowers and hang out with the birds and stuff like that. And so the guy that goes around to find bulls for bullfighting, and let me say this: I hate bullfighting. Okay, I have seen bullfights. We have bullfights on home movies, and I have seen El Cordoba fight, but I detest bullfighting. Okay, I detest it. But anyway, so the guy who goes around to buy, to find the bulls, to buy the bulls for the bullfighting, he he goes to this one place. And he looks over in this pasture, and there's this here bull that sits down on a bee, and the bull goes crazy. So the guy's like, I want that bull, El Toro. And the farmer's like, no, you don't want that bull. Believe me, you don't want that bull. Oh no, I see him. He's a mean one. He'll be good.
Yeah, right.
So he gets him. Takes him, and then there's the day for the bullfight. Now, for those who don't know, there is a lot to a bullfight. A bullfight is actually a very long process, and you don't have just one bullfight. You have several bullfights, but you have the matador and the picador. See, the matador, he comes last. You have the picador and all these other people, and you really piss this bull off. Okay, I mean, he's pissed off. He's in a lot of pain, and sometimes I'm surprised that they're even still standing after all they've been through. But they're tough animals. You gotta give them that. So anyway, so Ferdinand goes to the bullfight, and they take him out into the ring, and he sits down. He sits on his butt. And all the people that they're like, come on, they go out there trying to get him to do something. He just looks at him like, and then all the women start throwing roses. See, when you throw the roses, you're actually throwing them for the matador. You're throwing for the matador. So you have to, I know, cultural issues here. If the women are throwing roses for the bull, it's sort of an insult to the matador. But he just sits there. Hey, he's like, oh, it's a nice sunny day. See, in one of our flats, we had a football pitch behind us. This is in Cadiz, Cadiz, and the other flat we had a bull ring behind us. The thing is, you couldn't watch either one for free because they had a billboard up there, so it blocked your vision.
Cheaters.
Yeah, and I like football. I mean, I actually watch it. And Spain took Mexico out of the running for the World Cup. Yeah, I want to say this about something, since I mentioned football. A lot of people like Brazil. I like Brazil. I think Brazil has some great footballers. But there's a difference between having great footballers and having a great club. Two different things. You go to where my father's family is from, in Ireland, and Kerry produces a lot of great footballers. I mean, that doesn't mean they have the best clubs in the world. A club would be like a team. So Brazil has great footballers. Ireland has great footballers. But that doesn't mean these two countries are going to produce the best teams. I'm still going for Spain to at least get in the World Cup. Last time, a few years ago, when we had the last World Cup, it was the first time Spain won. Period. Okay? And yeah, I was rooting for Spain. I was like, oh my gosh, I was almost tearing my hair out. Like, oh, are they going to lose? I hope not. But, it'd be nice to see Ireland in there. To the Irish national team club. But yeah, I'm actually rooting for Spain. 2 World Cups in a row, that'd be pretty good. My favorite club of all time, Celtic. Glasgow Celtic. That's my favorite club. Next would be Real Madrid. After that, I guess, would be, if you can see it, would be DC United. Then maybe Houston Dynamos. I actually watched the Houston Dynamos once on the TV, and they surprised me. They were actually a very good club. The club they were playing, I don't think was the best, but the Houston club was actually very good. Not DC United material, not Celtic material, not Madrid material, but they were very good. And for those who don't know, the way my father immigrated to the United States was he was a footballer, and he walked across the frontier or the border, and he told the Americans, "I have a football game, and I have a match." And they said, "Yeah, sure you do, boy." He said, "No, sir, I really do. I have a match. See, here's all my gear." Back in those days, you wore boots. You didn't wear shoes. You wore boots. And he played for Victoria Wharf Rats up in Canada. And they're like, "Okay, go ahead, but I don't believe you." So, what does he do? He gets to Seattle. He signs up at the Merchant Mariners Hall, starts working on ships. He didn't have a match in Seattle, but he eventually became legal. My father did go through, the channels, and he became a citizen. But I'm on my dad's side, the first person born a U.S. citizen, but I was actually born a Spanish citizen. My Spanish citizenship came first. My U.S. citizenship came later.
I wonder why. Did your father ever say why he left Canada?
Yeah, he like my grandfather was a merchant marine. He worked
any more other reasons other than that?
No, he liked the way the Americans worked on their ships. They taught people. They let you learn. And a lot of the other countries
I thought maybe he had some issue with Canada and how they ran their government.
No, because back then Canada was very much like the United States.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I know some people have. I used to work with a lady who was a nurse that she left Canada to come to the United States.
For those who don't know, my uncle, he died because of your wonderful healthcare system in Canada. People.
She didn't really like the healthcare system either, and this is coming from a nurse.
My uncle, he kept going to doctors saying, I have this issue, I have this issue. Oh, it's all in your head, they said. Well, then one day something happened, and they had to rush him to hospital. And the doctors were like, "Oh, I guess it's not all in your head after all."
What did he have?
I don't recall. But if they would have treated him, he would have had a better life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, you're nuts.
Yeah, and in Canada, sometimes you go in, you may have to wait 2 or 3 years to see a doctor, and so forth and so on. And now, with the system in the United States, companies are putting everybody onto part-time, because this helps the Obamacare helps the insurance companies and the government. That's who it benefits. This is not true capitalism. This is fascism, socialism.
People are the ones who actually need the help.
Yeah.
Like me, I have no medical insurance, but I certainly have piles of bills.
And medical issues.
And
I got a bill today. Well, mine's only for like $12, but.
Yeah, it's like, but still.
But anyway.
My bills you're getting.
Yeah. Yeah, you should see my wife's bills. You want to talk about?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And she's gone through everything to get the.
Oh, and tell them about the little meeting with the Hag today.
This lady works at, what is it?
I guess it's Human Services.
Department of Human Services in King. First of all, I honestly believe she spends 90% of her time outside smoking instead of doing her work. My wife had to go. My wife was told she needed certain paperwork. Okay, so we went into town early. We went to Social Security office.
Got the paper that they wanted.
And then we went to the Health and Human Services office.
And you know how fast Social Security office moves. It's like, yeah, right.
And here it's a small office, like one person works.
Yeah, I spent about 20 minutes in there.
And we get there, they call us in right away, thankfully, but she comes in with an attitude.
Snaps at me that, what, you're 20 minutes late. And where's the paperwork that you were sent out? I said, well, I never received the envelope in the mail with the envelope with the stuff in it, and I was getting at the Social Security office, getting the paperwork to request that I bring. And I still have the voicemail messages on my phone, so she better not get smart with me, because I'll play them back to her supervisors.
And we've had problems with this lady before, okay?
She's a pain in the ass.
My wife was trying to talk to her, trying just to get a message from her, something. And my wife had to go through, was it the state?
I called the state offices, and then they called her, and I think they drug her in out of the cigarette bin. And I think she got in trouble over that and kind of got mad at me.
But, you know, if my wife had all the paperwork she was told she needed, and then she comes up, well, where's the rest of it? Well, this is what you said I had to have. You know, and there was only one chair in there. I have back problems. And
I was about ready to give her a good hard smack upside the head.
Yeah, my wife could sit down. My wife needs to sit more than I do. But, I mean, I'm just saying that there was one chair in the room.
Well, I think they're only used to having one chair in there.
So
they're not very big offices either.
No. So we'll see what happens, but I don't know.
But you don't get that kind of attitude with me. That made me so damn mad I wanted to belt her.
Here, looky here. Hey, Maggie.
Oh, she came out?
Yeah. Hey, Maggie.
We think she's going to pop any time now.
Yeah. I can see him kicking in there.
She's probably thinking, what do you mean pop?
Hey, Maggie, you want to be on the internet?
She said, I don't know.
We think she's still trying to figure out where to have her babies at.
We're just hoping she doesn't have them under the bed or something.
Yeah. We got a
We're
box.
in the middle of the bed.
Yeah, oh yeah, that would be. We made a place for her. We made a place for her in the closet. My wife made a place for her in the closet. But I don't. Have you seen her use it?
I don't even think she's looked in there.
And we got a package from Amazon today, and we got this because I'm gonna start cooking my wife healthier. Well, I started cooking her healthier food, but not always. We can't afford it all the time. But we got this.
Tell them how much you get for food stamps.
I don't remember.
Like $140, and that's for both of us.
This is flaxseed. Flaxseed, can you read that? This came in a box. There are 4. I don't have my glasses, so I can't tell you what the ounces are. I think it says 32 ounces. I think. And there are 4 bags.
That would be 8-ounce bags.
32 ounce bag. 4 32-ounce bags.
Oh, 4 32-ounce bags. Okay. Well.
That and this book came in. This is only $1 book from. It's a Dover book. So, and of course, if you watched the other video, you would know about this. Now all I have to do is get a uniform, and I can put this on there. It has Velcro on the back, but I want to sew it on. Zombie Apocalypse Response Team.
You never showed me.
So, anyway, folks, so, yeah, I wanted to talk about, I guess, a few things, so, and it's starting to get warm in here again, but the AC is loud.
Oh, yes.
So this video is almost 20 minutes long, so I will say, Auf Wiedersehen, adios, goodbye.